What? A camera in my living room? It's so funny to see you here. I know what you're thinking. Is this really how Dave Meltzer works? The answer is, yes it is. I have a different kind of business because I believe in overlap, that you don't have to take everything serious, you don't have to do things the way other people do it, that you can be productive and accessible without sitting at a desk. This here is one of the desks that I work at here at my beach house where I grew up in San Diego. And I have about 20 of my employees, while 15 of my families and neighbors and friends. I started with mission meetings. We've had calls with entrepreneur about the TV show, took on about 150 emails. Internet works, probably better than my office here. But let me show you what really is extraordinary about this office down at the beach. Not only is it the people, but most importantly, it's the view. So most people at their office would pay, in New York City, I know $55 to $155 a square foot. Look what I see when I look out my window. And here it is. That's what makes people work hard. I'll tell you that, looking at the two components, productivity and accessibility, people look at me and they say, oh my God, you're so busy. You have 4 kids, family, happily married, travel the world, have 2, 3 successful businesses. How do you do it? It's productivity and accessibility. So you could walk down the boardwalk and still be productive, still enjoy the beach, the ocean, and see your friends who are just walking right down the boardwalk right here. And I can still get my work done. I had breakfast with my son, lunch with my son, and dinner with my son. So as most people would ridicule me, I get to spend more time with my son just working at the beach than most people do sitting in an office. How old are you guys?
I'm 14.
14? That's where I went, Patrick Henry High. Really? Nice, yes, I went to Patrick. I give a scholarship every year.
21.
So my
You should give me
18. Look me up, send your resumes, we will. I remember you. Productive and accessible, that's what I'm talking about. This is young influencers, this is what we do. It's the future of not only entertainment, but sports. And that's what we're trying to do for athletes. These kids get it. That's awesome. See, how can you get that in your office? That's the real deal, inspiring kids. They love it. All right, here's Charlie. Milk yourself up. The cone's the best part. It's true though, people, they don't think about how to make people productive. And because of technology, we can still be accessible. And those are the two components that you want, from yourself, but also your employees, and your family wants that from you. Like your family wants you to be productive and accessible. Those are really the two things. There's no such thing as busy. I'm sure I've talked about it before. Everybody has 24 hours, and I'd much rather rely on somebody that's extremely productive and accessible than someone that is busy sleeping all day, right? So that's a more common mistake or misperception that people have. So not only do I focus on productivity and accessibility, but my whole company does, and that's why we have an office on the beach in the boardwalk, and we're able to be productive and accessible, which makes us successful, and more importantly, happy, because everyone's gonna go home tonight at midnight after working a 20-hour day, saying to themselves, I love my job. This is the best job in the world. Oh yeah. The original Big Olaf. Oh yeah. Look at that comb. That was my idea. He accessed it, he monetized it. He stole my idea. So this is the idea of changing the way you look at things so that things you look at change. Most people look at work that it has to be miserable. I don't. I think it is all about how productive and accessible can you be. So I started looking at things a different way myself. How productive and accessible can I make my employees, how happy can I make them. We're gonna all work 20-hour days today and having a great time, while we never would be this productive or accessible, believe it or not, if we were all sitting around even my office, which is more open, more conducive to productivity and accessibility. But this here is awesome. This is why I'm gonna start the first incubators on the beach. I'm gonna change the way that people work. I'm gonna utilize all the technology to make sure not only are we accessible and that we can access more information, but most importantly, we're gonna be the most productive people to make a lot of money, help a lot of people, and have a lot of fun.